Hello, hello, guys. Welcome. It's me, Coach DJ, keeping it real with the real DJ P on Exigent Sports in the summer. And I have a very special guest with me today, Robbie Herrell. How you doing?
Doing great, Coach. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Highly favored. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and to deal with me on the podcast is probably not on the top of your list. So thank you for taking that time, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
So who is Robbie Herrell?
Robbie Herrell. Robbie Herrell is a longtime educator, old school football coach back in the day, community-minded, service-oriented.
So you say long-time educator. How long is long time? How long have you been an educator?
At this point in my career, I've been in education 16 years.
Wow. So where'd you start off at that pole? When you jumped into education, where'd you start off?
I started off at Clinton Middle School. At Clinton Middle School, I was in-school suspension facilitator and assistant football coach to begin with. There, I was an hourly employee, so I was classified. Going back to college, so education is really a second career for me. So through the eyes of coaching athletics is really what was my draw into education. And then from there, I became the head football coach at Clinton Middle School, continuing my education, and then came up and started helping at Clinton High School. So I've been connected to Clinton all my life. I graduated high school from Clinton in 1993. My longest tenure in education was at Anderson County Career and Technical Center, where I served as a civil engineering and architecture and construction teacher. And then from there, I became the assistant principal at the Anderson County Career and Technical Center, and then grew my career into the principalship there. The last 8 years of that 16 years, I've been the principal at Anderson County Career and Technical Center, and excited to come to Clinton.
Wow. So it has been a long career for you.
I've put in some time.
Absolutely. So in college, I heard you mention, I think while you were still a teacher, maybe at Clinton High School, you stayed in college as well to, I guess, further your education?
I did, yes. So I achieved my bachelor degree from Tusculum College, and then my master's in education leadership from Lincoln Memorial University. And then I went on to East Tennessee State University and my EDS, which is a technical specialist in leadership and administration.
Nice. So it's easy to say that education is very important to you.
Education is very important to me. Yes, sir. Yes.
I know you said coaching, that was your gravitational pull, to get into the school system. Is that pretty much it? And then you so much found your niche to continue on doing what you're doing now?
Yeah. So education is a calling. So once I was inside the school building, I knew that I'd found my career. I'd found home.
Nice. Awesome. So now you're at Clinton High School. Yes. Long road there. Principal there at the Clinton High School. What is most important to you as a principal, in a public school? What is the most important thing for you today?
The most important thing for me today, obviously being brand new to Clinton High School in an administrative role, just trying to feel my way through, get to know all my people, get to build those relationships, and get connected to not only just the staff, the students, but the community as well.
Nice. So you say you get to know all your people. As a principal, do you have the option, to fire, hire, sort of bring in your own staff and build it in that direction?
You do, yes.
Have you already planned on, bringing some people with you? Any changes that you want to make right away?
Yeah. So one of the changes that we've made right away here, is in our athletic department. We have changed our athletic director. So we now have Josh Reed as athletic director at Clinton High School.
I know Josh Reed. He came from the Clinton Middle School, right?
Yes, sir.
That guy called me in for an interview for the Clinton Middle School football team maybe a year or two ago. And it was one of the most rewarding interviews I ever had. I didn't get the job, but it was one of those things like, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to fill out the application. I'm going to put my name in the hat and see where it goes. And he gave me a call. But the most rewarding thing about it was he called me and told me that he didn't want me, right? It wasn't that he didn't want me, is they decided to go a different route, and it was fine, but he didn't have to do that. So I think you have a good guy in there. So that's pretty cool. Tell him I said hello, by the way.
I will. I love what he done there in calling you and letting you know either way, like offering you a position or going a different direction. I think that's vital in good leadership because you never know when you may need to call that person back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's why it got me. Like I said, to fill it out, it was sort of one of those things for me, like, but I'm going to do it because I really do. I want to lead a team so bad, man. I have ambitions to really lead my own team. And I volunteered for many, many, many years to do so. And I've done a fantastic job, but I want to do it at a level where I can help provide for my family as well. Right. Yes. But he gave me that opportunity, and now those jitterbugs are gone. So I'm going to really write a good resume next time before I go into an interview, and I'm definitely going to try it again. So shout out to Josh Reed on that, man. It's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
As a child, we're taught to share. We share things like our toys, our crayons, and our phones. But there are some things that we don't share, like our toothbrush, our underwear, and our medicine. Medicine can be life-saving when taken as directed by a doctor, but it can have dangerous consequences when misused. Taking someone else's medicine could make us sick, get us in trouble, and can even lead to overdose. Let's share when it's appropriate, but always remember, we don't share medicine. Brought to you by ASAP of Anderson. Prevention works.
I know it's old-fashioned, but I don't have a cell phone. So when my landline cut out, we just felt so isolated.
The power was down on the entire block. It was a Saturday, so the kids were home. Hey.
I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but when I lost my cable and internet, I was paralyzed.
You have no idea what they put me through.
And all because my neighbors didn't call 811. Did they, honey?
For more information, visit www.call811.com.
Oh, no. Not again.
Sports. You're a sports guy. You play sports when you was at Clinton High School, I suppose?
I did. I was a member of the football team.
And that's the only sport that you play?
That's the only one I played at the high school level, yes. Okay,
nice. Did you have any opportunity to play at the collegiate level?
No, I did not. Just wasn't. I was a role player. So we had a team in 1992. We went to the state championship, and I was a role player on that team. You know, coach called my number. I'm going to give him everything that I have. But we had a really good team, and I was a role player.
Well, you definitely had some dudes back in those days. I remember those days for sure. some great dudes. Eddie Robinson, I want to say, Scotty Witt, just to name a couple that I can remember. If I'm correct, is that about the right time?
Yes, sir. Eddie was a year younger than I. Scotty and I graduated together. So Scotty and I were both class of '93. We had Darren Scarborough, Jason Watson, Jason Rhodey, Benji Smith. List goes on and on and on. Michael Moya.
Weaver and some more.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely remember those times. I actually went to Clinton Middle School, and my mother was blessed to buy a house in 1996 in Oak Ridge, and so that I didn't understand at the time. It really tore me up because I remember working out, in the football facility, and all we talked about was our first game was versus Oak Ridge. And the next thing you know, Mom owns a home in Oak Ridge, and I'm going to Oak Ridge High School as a freshman. So that was a tough transition for me, but I wound up okay, I think.
Yeah, I believe I've seen some pictures. I think you fit in well.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. So sports, Exigent Sports, it's broadcast live every Wednesday on BBB Communications. Shout out to Brad Jones and those guys over there. CJ, my producer, makes everything happen. On there, I talk about what it takes to make that transition from high school to college. Try to bridge the gap for the parents and the student athletes that are playing ball. Are you going to be heavily involved in sports there at Clinton High School?
Obviously, I will be as a supporter. I'm going to support my athletic director. I'm going to support all my coaches. You hire coaches, you hire head coaches. It's really up to them to fulfill their own staff. So I don't want to micromanage anything that they're doing there, but I will be the support system for them. I will be in attendance. I want to be at as many athletic events as I can be. Obviously, that's one piece that I talked about earlier was getting connected to community. So that's one way you can connect with the community and get plugged in. But as far as the direct involvement, it'll be kind of indirect with me because you have an athletic director and you have your head coaches that'll take care of all those processes.
Nice. Do you know how many sports Clinton High School offers?
That's a great question. Still feeling my way through. So no, I don't have that answer right off the top of my head.
Got you. What's your favorite sport, Robbie?
Man, I would say football. I love football. But, if I had it to do over again personally, this is just personal. It's not a sport, but man, I would have been in the band instead of on the football team.
Wow.
Learn how to play that instrument. That's with you for life. So life skill there. It's never going to go away. The only connection that I have through football now is either coaching or as a fan, right? So now it's just as a fan and a supporter of the system that we have here at Clinton High School. But that instrument will never go away. So I feel like those things that you can do, learn them early in life, and you can take them every step the rest of your life with you, like riding a bicycle. It never goes away.
You know what? I think band is probably one of the most exciting parts about sports, especially in the football game. How exciting is it for a big play to happen, whether it's a first down or a touchdown, and the band comes in with the perfect, the perfect rhythm to go along with that, to get the momentum going, to get the crowd rolling. And I try to make sure that I get somebody from the band on my show, and because it's very important. I think it should be a sport.
Yes. So we had the Dragon Beat, back in the day when we were playing, and Eddie Souls, that's another name that comes to mind, and he had made up some lyrics to the Dragon Beat. So every time something good would happen, we'd be singing the lyrics to his little made up rap song there on the sideline.
Nice. And like I said, it just goes right with it, especially for football. But basketball as well, you get inside that arena and they get to blowing those horns and hitting those snares. It's something that really gets you pumped up and the fans going. So shout out to all the bands across America. You guys keep on doing your thing. I'm a super fan. I'm a music guy myself. And when I was at Clinton Middle School, I actually was in the band and I did percussions. But I was one of those kids like Nick Cannon in the movie, what was it, Drumline?
Yes, yes.
I was just good, right? I couldn't read a lick. I was just good, and I wasn't interested in. I just knew I was good. I wasn't interested in learning a lick either. So, unfortunate for me, but I still can play instruments and make a little beats and rock to my own tune, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, I need to hear some of that.
So, Robbie, what would it take for an educator that was interested in coming to Clinton to be a part of Clinton High School? You know, what is that process like for an educator that was very interested in being a part of what you have today?
First off, reach out. Let us know that you're interested. We don't know what we don't know. So if we don't know that you're interested, we're not going to make that connection. And then if you're offered the position at Clinton High School, get connected. Get connected. Engage with the students, engage with the community. Clinton is a small town. Community is a big thing in Clinton, Tennessee.
Well, you say it's a small town. I've been doing DoorDash here for the past month. I run my own business, right? And around this time, all the way to about August, September, it's a little slower. And I find myself doing extra marketing that I normally do just to make a sale, right? But daggone, when I got to make a run to Clinton, Clinton is in Oliver Springs, Clinton is in Claxton, Clinton is in Powell, Clinton is in Anderson County. Clinton is bigger than people perceive it is.
Yeah, so the zone does spread outside of the city limits, yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's what it is. It's a zone and the city limits.
Right. So you have Clinton City, just like you have Oak Ridge inside of Anderson County. And then the zoning for Anderson County schools is a little bit different than the Clinton City, I guess the borders, the lines. So when you're talking about Clinton, my mind automatically goes to Clinton City. Now, Clinton High School does sit inside the city limits, but there's a lot of students that attend Clinton High School that do not live inside the city limits. They live inside the county.
But they still have a Clinton address.
Yes.
Yeah, the Clinton county lines is big, but I see where you're coming from now. That makes more sense. I was telling my wife, I was like, man, I lived in Clinton for many years. I didn't know there was a Clinton it's almost a Clinton in Cofield.
The same thing.
The 37716 goes abroad. I'll tell you that.
It does. It's funny you mentioned Cofield there, Coach, because it's the same C.
It's exactly the same C. And I tell you, when I'm out at stores and I see a car roll by and they have that same C, on the back window representing, I have to look at the tag and see if it says Morgan or Anderson for me to know which one it is. That's pretty funny. And you guys are the same color.
Yes.
That's awesome. I love Cofield. Shout out to Cofield. Have a lot of great people out there. I've met a lot of great people in the Cofield area, been some great people. Just like in Oliver Springs. I had a show a few weeks ago and Wartburg came on, Coach, and they brought me a hat. So I've been wearing that hat almost every day around the Oak Ridge community, representing Wartburg, who had a softball team that just went to the state championship. So shout out to Wartburg as well. So, Coach, I'm huge on sports, as you know. Had a chance to coach your boy, for a little bit at a young age in football as well. What are the plans? What is the athletic director talking about? What are the coaches talking about? What is an immediate win, for sports right now at Clinton?
Well, as everybody knows right now, Coach Keith's no longer with us at Clinton High School. So one of the things early on was keeping things together. We wanted to keep the same staff. We're too late too close to the first game to conduct a proper coaching search. I think that takes time to get the right person in here. So we've named Jason Hammock our interim head football coach to keep some things together. And I think pretty much we're just staying the course. So offensively, defensively, obviously that's up to our coaching staff, but I don't anticipate a whole lot of change.
Nice. Well, I see some great hitters out there in Clinton, and if there's not a lot of change, especially if you can keep the athletes that was around, during the debacle, I see you guys making a deep run in the playoffs. And so do you know anything about the basketball team?
I do. Actually, I went to one of their summer league games the other day. last week, actually, Tuesday maybe. Anyway, so I went to boys and girls. My daughter plays on the girls team. So the girls, they look pretty good. They're a little thin. We've had some turnover. We've got some for whatever purpose, we've got some girls that are not part of the team anymore. Not sure what that issue is, or what that decision making processes are going on there. Maybe it was injury. I've not had a conversation with the coach to find out. The boys, we've got some size. We got some shooters. They're young, so we've got to get them developed. And once they developed, I think we'll see big things out of the boys team late in the season. We'll see big things out of the girls team all year.
Nice. Softball. You guys have a new softball field out there in Clinton. How is the community taking on that softball field, and what does it mean for Clinton High School?
Oh, it means the world to Clinton High School. It really does. The community supports the softball field. They support that project. That's another area where we've had a little bit of delay, and some kind of, I guess, for lack of better terms, hoops to jump through to get this thing to come to be. But I wasn't at Clinton High School at the time, but last season, the last home game was actually played on that brand new field for those seniors. So that was a big moment for them, no doubt.
Nice. Baseball. I know you had Coach Rob Stacy as the head coach, and he was the assistant athletic director. Is he still intact? Is he still with Clinton High School?
He is. He's still here with us, baseball coach. I'm not certain about the athletic director position part of that yet, but I do know that he will be here as baseball coach.
Tell him I said hello. I like Coach Stacy. He came on my show. Great guy, great personality. And he has a YouTube out there that probably went viral. So if you haven't seen it, you need to look that up. I think he was doing, I forgot what it was, but he's heavy in the weightlifting and things like that. But you should, if you haven't seen it, ask him about it and go watch it. I think you get a good kick out of it.
Okay, definitely will do.
Absolutely. But he's a great guy. Rob Stacy is, in the lifting weights very well. And so I know those guys have sent off some kids to college from baseball. Excited about that. And I think they're still young. They have some kids coming up. So that program is in good hands with Rob Stacy. So glad to know he's still around.
Yes, sir.
The Lockard family, they've been in the business for a while.
Yes, they have. So Lockard, his father was longtime basketball coach, Clinton High School.
Yes.
And after his son, Chris, had completed college, he brought Chris in as an assistant coach. And then when he retired, Chris became the head coach at Clinton High School. I think now Chris has his son, Chase, as assistant coach, helping him as this first year there on the bench with his dad.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. So that tradition is going to continue for a long while. Future
remains to be seen on, if one Coach Lockard retires and another Coach Lockard takes over. Obviously, depends on a lot of things. Everybody's life, sometimes life takes you in different directions. So, but yes, we have two Lockards on the bench again.
Nice. So I know recently, they call him Booby.
Yes.
Super athlete. He won the wrestling state championship there at Clinton High School. So I know you guys have wrestling there as well. Are you involved at all and know anything about wrestling? When that starts, and what would you tell a kid to for signups or to come out? When does all that start?
I really don't know a whole lot about when wrestling does start. Just walking in the door 2 weeks ago, I've got a lot to pick up on, and the day that I came in the door was the day that teachers were going home for the summer. So I've not been fortunate enough to have a whole lot of conversations with my staff, other than phone call conversations whom I may need to talk to when I would need to talk to them, or there's been a few come by and say hello. But I do know because of Booby that it's after football season, because he was playing football last season, and there wasn't a conflict there at that time. So I'm pretty certain that it would be a spring sport, not a fall sport.
Got you. Makes sense. Yeah, because it definitely wasn't a conflict. I also was blessed to have that young man on the show. He's a great young man. he's a great young man. I was very impressed with him and his posture, the way he spoke. He spoke well, and so shout out to them.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
I know it's old-fashioned, but I don't have a cell phone. So when my landline cut out, we just felt so isolated.
The power was down on the entire block. It was a Saturday, so the kids were home.
I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but when I lost my cable and internet, I was paralyzed.
You have no idea what they put me through.
And all because my neighbors didn't call 811. Did they, honey?
For more information, visit www.call811.com.
Oh no, not again.
Prescription drug misuse is a prevalent and potentially fatal problem. When people do not properly monitor, store, and dispose their medications, it can create an opportunity for misuse. Count it. Make it a goal to count your pills once every 2 weeks. Like it. Secure your medications at home. Drop it. Drop off unused or expired medications for proper disposal at any police department in Anderson County. For more info, visit asapofanderson.org. Brought to you by ASAP of Anderson. Prevention works.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
I had a son go there, LaDainian Pendergrass. He went to Clinton, and I'll tell you what I love so much about Clinton High School. And I don't know anything, past what you see on the news, right? And I'm not here to talk about any of that. But what I do know is whoever his guidance counselor was at the time pushed him to be great. When he came into that school, he was probably put into average classes, so to speak. And a week or two within there, talking to the teachers and talking to the guidance counselor, they moved him and they changed his classes. And another week or two came by and she pulled him out of class and was like, you know what, we're going to test you, and gave him an assessment and see exactly where he was, with his education. And I think it had to do with ELA and math. I think those were the biggest things for her. But she got him to the classes where he was challenged. She didn't leave him in a spot where he can just zip through things. And for me as a parent, I absolutely love that, because I know my child was challenged to make the grades, to have a good education, first of all, and can you do it and still make the grades? And he was challenged. They didn't just leave him in the average classes. He was bumped off, and I don't know anything about education, right? I'm a coach. But he was bumped all the way up to, she said, he's only one level from the top of his classes, right? He's right under the level of the top of his classes. So whatever that meant. So that really brought a spark to me and what Clinton High School is about. and what they're trying to do for their kids. So I'm a testament as a parent of how great the system wants to be for their kids. And I know that nothing was given to my child because he had to work for it. When he was in the average classes, they bumped him up 2 times, trying to figure out exactly to gauge who he was and where he was going to go. Is that going to be the norm, for your staff moving forward, to get these students challenged, to make sure that they're pulling through with their grades, but they're being challenged so they can excel to the next level?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. It's no different than you say you're a coach. So you always want to challenge your players to get to the level, right? You want to challenge them to get better every day. Education really no different. I think an engaged and a challenged mind is a focused mind. Distracted and an idle mind is a unfocused mind, and we all know what happens when you have an unfocused mind. Not very much production, right? So get the student challenged every day, all day, every day, every student every day. That's kind of Anderson County's school system's motto: every student every day. So that way that they are completely engaged and constantly learning. We don't want instruction. We do not want learning and instruction to stop.
So let me ask you. I know I've heard from just the news, right? And I'm not going to dig in any of that BS. I want to get to what's going on right now, the positive stuff in Clinton. There's been some changes with teachers. Are you pulling teachers in? Are you taking applications? Are you going to get a summer break?
I will get a summer break. I'm going to take TWSAA dead period. I'm going to take that off. I'm going on a cruise, so looking forward to that. So thanks for asking about making sure I'm getting a summer break, because I think it's always valuable for everybody to just kind of relax their mind for a moment, if you will. I do have some positions open right now. I have a math position open. I have a special education teacher position open, and possibly an English teacher position coming open in the near future. And then on the classified side, those are certified positions. On the classified side, I do have a special ed assistant position that just came open. So if anybody's out there, anyone knows anyone, let's network it. Clinton High School needs you.
So let's explain that to me a little bit more, because I feel like I can come in and be an English teacher, right? I have the knowledge. I know how to write. I know grammar well. I feel like I can come in without a degree and be an English teacher. Is that possible?
No, sir.
Okay, so what do you have to be a certified classified teacher?
The state of Tennessee issues a teaching license, so you must have that teaching license in the state of Tennessee.
What about to be an assistant?
Like a teacher assistant?
Yes.
Okay, so to be a teacher assistant, that's a classified position, so that's no degree required.
No degree. So classified position means no degree required.
Classified is no degree required. Yes.
So I can come in and actually, do the special ed thing that you said.
Yes.
Huh. What about substitutes?
Substitutes are a contract employee for us. We contract that out in Anderson County Schools to a company called ESS. So ESS actually hires the substitute pool for Anderson County Schools, and we have a process where teachers can put their time in when they need time off, and then ESS actually makes the calls and secures the substitute teachers and sends them to the buildings that they need to go to. We have like 17 schools in Anderson County.
Oh, wow. Is it possible to be a classified teacher and a substitute at the same time?
No.
No, one or the other.
It's one or the other. Yes, you can't get paid twice, same day.
Got you. But you can be a coach and a teacher.
Yes, that's a supplement. So the coach is not the way the coach salary works is you get paid for your position with the school, and then you get a special stipend or a supplement to supplement your income for the coaching part of it.
Now, does every coach get a stipend?
Depends on the head coach and their scenarios. So you get a certain number of stipends per sport, per program, and you can have volunteer assistants after that. So no, not every coach gets a stipend.
Got you. What are the requirements to be able to receive a stipend as a coach in the high school, well, just for Clinton High School?
Yeah, so here we have a lot of coaches that are non-staff members. So we have some that work at places like ORNL, Y12, Department of Energy. Some are entrepreneurs. So head coach wants to hire them. They have to go through the same vetting process as any employee in Anderson County, which means the background check, the fingerprints, all the things, drug test. And they get vetted through our school system, through human resources. And once all that is checked out, then they can receive that payment for the stipend.
Nice. So I actually did that. I worked for Anderson County Schools 2016, I believe. I was at Norwood Middle School, and I was hired to be the head janitor there, but I had a position in coaching, which I was the assistant head coach to help rebuild that football program at Norwood Middle School. Now, Norwood Middle School is a feeder program to Clinton High School.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any control or thoughts of rebuilding that football program at Norwood Middle School as a feeder program to Clinton High School?
Right now, Norwood Middle School co-ops to Clinton High School, or not Clinton High School, but Clinton Middle School. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah.
So the Norwood Middle School players have a chance. They still get to play football. They have that opportunity. Norwood is a smaller school by numbers. So it just depends on the participation. So when the participation is so low that you can't field the team, then you have to have another opportunity, which is why currently they are co-oping at Clinton Middle School. So if we could build the student population and the willingness for students to play football, that could be a possibility. But do I have that control? No, I do not. That would fall to Miss Shauna Woodruff, who is the principal at Norwood Middle School, and our central office staff. Now, Clinton Middle School, they do receive a stipend. From my understanding, they receive a stipend for a coach, and that coach actually coaches for Clinton Middle School.
Well, central office, Shauna Woodford. I can do it. When I was there, I was blessed, man. I don't know how. We pulled 46 kids out of the Norwood school. You know, that was just in that school. I think I ended the season with 39, so only lost 6 or 7 kids, you know, through the whole process. Won one game. We lost every game but one, but we scored in every game. And we still made history. For one, we won a game. I don't think that's happened at Norwood, and they didn't score.
So I think, Coach, while you were there at Norwood Middle, I was actually at Norwood youth program, coaching my son there on I guess it was a cutter team.
Okay.
Had some guys that are making some noise at the high school level right now. Jackson Jett over at Oliver Springs.
Yes.
Son here at Clinton.
Yeah.
Coming to Clinton from Oak Ridge, I understand. So, I had all those when they were youngsters. I had them on a little youth league football team over there in Norwood.
Absolutely. And, it gives us so much. It keeps us young doing that, right? It's so much players, and to look at them right now, doing great things in high school, educationally, and still playing sports. Man, it warms my heart. And time don't slow down, man. Before you know it, these boys are off to college.
Oh, yes, sir. 4 years, I always tell students, it doesn't have to be an athlete. I just tell students, engage yourself. Have as much fun as you can while you're in high school and be involved in as many things as you can, because you only get one opportunity. High school years will be over, and you can't go back and get a redo.
Yes, that's the facts. Absolutely. And because we can't go back to ours. And I know it's a couple things I'll change if I went back to high school. But let's talk about ACT, SAT.
Okay.
When can you take it? Is there a certain time you have to take it, and how many times can you take it?
You can take it as many times as you want to. You get a certain number. You take a pre-ACT, then you take the ACT or SAT, either one, and then that predicts a score. So a lot of times we use that in education as placement for classes that you talked about earlier. So we know where you're engaged at, put you to be engaged and grow. But you get to take it, I know of 2 times, and then from that point, you can sit for the exam as many times as you want to pay for the exam because it does come with a fee.
Gotcha. So if I wanted to, I'm an athlete, and I hate to revert back to athletes but student is first. But if I'm an athlete and I want to take that ACT my sophomore year, if I make a good score on it, I'm good. I won't have to take it again. Is that right?
You would not have to take it. Yes, you would, because that would not. I don't think that one. I think the sophomore year would be the pre-ACT. Your junior year, you start taking the real ACT.
So I can't take the real one prior to my junior year. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I do believe that is correct.
Okay. You have to fact check that. I want to know that for sure.
I will. I'll find out for you.
Yeah, I want to know that for sure. And not that it matters to me, obviously, but to the student athlete. And the reason why I say that, to fact check this, is I had a guy on Exigent Sports a couple weeks ago, Brad Redmond, great football player. He was like an idol to me. I looked up to that guy. He was just a phenomenal man, all together, just a phenomenal man, but also an athlete. And he told me he took playing football the business route. Everything that he did in football had to do with the business route for him to get to college. He wanted to get a scholarship. So one thing that he did do was take that ACT or SAT, I don't know, his sophomore year and get it over with. So his junior, senior year, there's nothing he had to worry about. He just stuck to the business of taking care of what football needed for him to get, of course, keeping his grades up, but just taking care of what he needed to do, grades and football-wise, to get on into college. And that's why I said fact check that.
I will. We have Hoppy Merriman, who takes care of all of our ACT things through a grant, Gear Up grant. She is phenomenal, and I know she'll know the answers, so I can fact check that for you this afternoon. I'll call you. I'll call you with the information.
Okay, yeah, let me know. And we're old as dirt, so things definitely could change. We're older now, so things definitely could change by then. So if there was something somebody didn't know about you, I found out you play sports. I found out how you got into being at the school, and that was through sports, wanting to be a coach. I found out that you found your niche, you found your career and who you were when you got there. I found out that you're a great leader and that you're going to take, hold of the horns. If there was something someone didn't know about you, what was it? What is it?
Oh man. That's a tough one to answer right there. But something that a lot of people don't know about me in my daily walk is that I love to hunt and fish. So I love being outdoors.
There you go, man. Now fishing, now do you cut them up and debone them and all that and go cook them?
Oh yeah, we'll fillet them and fry them.
Oh yeah. So can you cook well?
I can cook. I learned through divorce. That's what I say. Couldn't cook while I was married.
Hey, don't bring no ideas in this house, dude. So let me ask you, I can cook as well, but I don't cook the sides. Like I can't cook the sides. Are you good at cooking the sides?
Oh yes. Yeah, absolutely. I'm more of a grill guy. I love to cook outside.
Yeah. And that's me, man. I can cook it up. I don't care what it is. I can. But when it comes to the beans and the corn and the sides, I don't do well with the sides. She always takes over for me. So I guess I got to get on that, man. So soon.
I get you a cornbread recipe.
There you go, my man. Robbie, man, I really appreciate you, man. Congratulations on your head coaching at your head principal position at Clinton High School. Super excited for you. I've known you for a long while. You've never changed, you never faltered. You've always been the same. And for you to get it, it's something I'm proud of for you. And I'm excited to see what you're going to do with Clinton High School and keep the positivity rolling. And if there's anything I can do, you let me know. I will be filling out for one of those classified teacher things or a substitute role out there in Clinton, because I want to stay in the mode. I want to stay involved, and I want to keep engaging kids to keep them positive.
Awesome. I look forward to talking with you further. On the ACT, I want to go back before we get off the recording or the air here.
Yes.
I will fact check that for you. However, I would advise that young man to take the ACT as many times as he can, because every point that you earn once you get past that certain point could equate to more scholarship dollars that he's able to get on the academic side of his funding for his collegiate career. So there is a minimum, but there's no cap, if that makes sense. So if you can score higher, then money becomes available to you.
Wow. Yeah, that was definitely a gem. We need to know that. So, and I'm pretty sure everybody out here watching needed to hear that too. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Robbie, man, you're the man. Like I said, I'm behind you. I support you 100%. I see positive things rolling out there in Clinton High School. Dragon Pride or die is what they say, DPOD. You're going to be a part of DPOD. What is your dream job, Robbie?
I may have it right now, to be honest with you. Being an alumni and being able to come back and contribute to the community, which I have lived in my entire life. October 30th, I'm gonna date myself here. October 30th, 1975. My mother gave birth, and a few days after that, I came home to Clinton, Tennessee, and I've never left.
Wow. Man, that's awesome, man. Well, you look good in the orange, man. It suits you. It's where you're supposed to be. I think it's fitting for you. I don't see your ending being there, although you've lived there your whole life. I do see you at a collegiate level, and sometimes somebody's front office. That's just a vision I see for you, because you work hard, and you have longevity with your jobs. And I think that you're going to do so great there. There's going to be a role that's going to open up at college for you to walk in, to an office job there and help change the lives of not only students there, but the brain students from where you come from, to help them meet the bridge, as I'm trying to do with this sports show, help them bridge the gap. So I don't think it's your last calling, but I am excited that you're there, man.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny that you even mentioned that, because I have a cousin, Matt Wells. He graduated from Anderson County High School, went on to University of Tennessee, Knoxville, graduated from University of Tennessee, Knoxville, a sports management degree, and he's been working his whole entire career, and kind of through different positions. He's climbed the ladder a little bit there at the University of West Virginia athletics program. Associate athletic director now, I do believe,
Okay.
for himself. So I do have some collegiate connections, yes.
Well, you shouldn't have told me that, because I need that guy on the show.
Okay.
Can you make that happen?
We can probably make that happen.
See if you can make that happen for me, Robbie. That'd be awesome, man. The kids need it. The kids definitely need it. And that's what we do here. Like I said, my ultimate goal is to help bridge the gap for the student athletes, for the parents with student athletes, to make it, what's the transition from high school to college, and what advice and routes will the people, the collegiate level and the coaches give these parents and kids to make it to the next level. So, yeah, see if you can make that happen. That'd be a true blessing, man.
Okay, I will do that. That transition from high school to college, that's a tough transition. A lot of your students come from, they are the guy, they're the person on campus. And then you go and you find out you're not the guy anymore. So it becomes more of a challenge for them. That's a tough transition to make. I agree.
Absolutely. So that's what we do here. We're just trying to bridge the gap to help the young student athletes and the parents, right? Because the parents are going to be the motivating force to push it home to make that happen. So we just want to give them the best insight, the best knowledge that we possibly can to help them make that, to bridge that gap.
Yes, sir.
Robbie, man, thank you so much for joining Exigent Sports. Hey, guys, go watch Exigent Sports every Wednesday, live on BBB Communications. Brad Jones, CJ there in the studio, guys. Shout out to you guys for everything that you do. Hey, if you're already here, make someone aware. Please share. All right, go ahead and share this. Make someone aware. Please share. We greatly appreciate it. And as you see right here, sponsorships and donations are absolutely needed. We have to be able to keep this program rolling, and it takes just a little bit of funding to do that. So Cash App, SIG, or Venmo, myself, Dominic Pendergrass, and any donations is greatly appreciated. Robbie, again, thank you, and have a blessed day, and enjoy your summer. Make sure that you enjoy that cruise, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate you.
Our kids are out. They're trying to go to the beaches. Some of them are working out, getting ready for the season. And I'm going to I'm coming to you. You'll be next. I'm coming to find you, student athlete of the week, and we're going to interview you, and we're going to get some questions for you. So if you're interested, go ahead and send me a message right now. Make someone aware. Please share. We're on Twitter, or what they call it, X at Bucket21. That's BUCKETT21. You can follow me there at Bucket21. We are also on YouTube, and that's at The Real DJP. YouTube or DJ Pendergrass. Look up DJ Pendergrass. You can find my content there. Then, of course, on Facebook at DJ Pendergrass as well. So, guys, thank you. Anybody that wants to do some sponsorships or donation, make sure that we can keep this thing rolling. SIGSUG, that's SIGSUG at Cash App, or Venmo, Dominic-Pendergrass. There it is right there on the screen. And I appreciate your support. Guys, you've always been great. I can't thank you guys enough for all the great things that you're doing. Hey, I would love to get Gavin on. I have some real good questions. Robin Sheldon, I have some questions for Gavin. I'm ready to get Gavin on. That'll be good. I would love to have Gavin on. So, Robin Sheldon, please reach out to me in my inbox. It looks like you're on Facebook. Reach out to me on in my inbox, and let's set up a time to get Gavin on. That's going to be a great interview. I've been waiting for that anyway. So, yes, let's please do that. Let's please do that. Guys, also remember, Exigent Sports. We are on every Wednesday, live on BBB Communications, 1086 on Xfinity, or BBB Communications on X, YouTube. If you need a Boxcast link, if you have Roku, I can send you that to make sure you can watch it. And, of course, Facebook as well. That's every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Exigent Sports Live on BBB Communications. Shout out to Darrell Keith. Coach Keith was a former coach out there in Clinton. He always supported me, always supported the kids, and he's still continuing to support. Coach Keith, I really appreciate your support. Continue to do what you do. Good luck in your future. And, guys, give a shout out to Thomas Mims. Man, this guy is doing yards and remodeling homes and all kind of great stuff. Give a shout out to that guy. He's been really great. Brad Dillon did some landscaping at my house. Brad Dillon does some good landscaping, and he's already killed some weeds for me. So shout out to Brad Dillon. Give that guy a shout out. And these guys are not, paid sponsors. But, however, I am looking for some sponsorships. I'm looking for some donations. I'm looking for someone to help keep this going. I found my niche, right? And this is something I love to do. And I can continue to give insight to these young men and women that's playing sports, that's preparing themselves to get through high school, to bridge that gap onto the collegiate level. And I can continue to reach out to college coaches, high school coaches that are helping them bridge the gap, and give you all the insight that it takes for you can bridge that gap to make it from a high school student all the way to a collegiate student. I need your help. I hate asking, right? But with anything. So obviously with BB Communications, there's like over 15,000 subscribers. I have nearly 6,000 subscribers. Right there's about 20,000 people you can get right easily. You can have your stuff noticed, right? And it's for you. It's for the East Tennessee area. It's for the local area. So, guys, donations would be great. I mean, we really appreciate it. We got to keep this thing rolling. We really got to keep it rolling. So broadcasting costs, all the streaming apps costs, everything that involves video production is cost. So if you guys be nice enough to support, me, Coach DJ, I've been doing it for a long time, just trying to help kids out. Now, this is my way to do it, but we do have to make sure that we continue to pay those bills. Again, shout out to Coach Keith for all his support and everything that he's done for me. Donations at Cash App. It's SIGSUG. That's SIGSUG, and it'd be Dominic Pendergrass is the recipient. That's myself. Or you can Venmo Dominic-Pendergrass. So go look for me. Send me some donations, guys. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to make it the best that we can, and we're going to make sure that we give you great content. So Exigent Sports on every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Make sure that you're locked in. 8 o'clock every Wednesday, BBB Communications, and it's going to be awesome. We'll make sure we'll keep it star-studded and bring you all the greatest insight that we can to help these young student-athletes bridge the gap. All right?
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
As a child, we're taught to share. We share things like our toys, our crayons, and our phones. But there are some things that we don't share, like our toothbrush, our underwear, and our medicine. Medicine can be life-saving when taken as directed by a doctor, but it can have dangerous consequences when misused. Taking someone else's medicine could make us sick, get us in trouble, and can even lead to overdose. Let's share when it's appropriate, but always remember, we don't share medicine. Brought to you by ASAP of Anderson. Prevention works.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.
Hello, I'm District Attorney General Dave Clark. My fellow DAs and I successfully fought for new elder abuse laws and procedures that have police departments and agencies using improved tools to protect our seniors. Victims of elder abuse are often unable to recognize or report abuse themselves. They need your voice. If you suspect abuse, contact local law enforcement or adult protective services. Let's work together to protect our seniors.
I know it's old-fashioned, but I don't have a cell phone. So when my landline cut out, we just felt so isolated.
The power was down on the entire block. It was a Saturday, so the kids were home.
I wouldn't say that I'm addicted, but when I lost my cable and internet, I was paralyzed.
You have no idea what they put me through.
And all because my neighbors didn't call 811. Did they, honey?
For more information, visit www.call811.com.
Oh no, not again.
Dad always worked hard, and even though he could never tell me exactly what he did at the lab, I knew he was doing it for us. He was always there for me, for all of us. But now it's my turn to keep him safe. It's good to know there's help.
To find out how to get all the benefits you or your loved one has earned with their medical benefits card, call the home option and see how we can help.
We should never lose sight of our health. To keep moving forward, let's not forget everything we've learned. Limit the salty food options. Make your own daily exercise routine. And always receive regular checkups. More than anything, we have learned how important these small steps can make a big difference, so we can all continue to move forward together.